Hey guys, Quarantine Kitchen,
Hello.
Alton, Elizabeth. We're gonna start this week. We didn't do last week, we didn't do a song, but this week we're going to. By the way, sorry about being a little late. We had a storm come through and kind of mess with us a little
Drama.
bit. This scarf is too beefy for today.
Drama.
We've been saying that we wanted to do a food song, and so we decided to go with a favorite of mine that actually introduced Elizabeth to.
Yeah,
And-
somehow I know the artist very well, but I didn't know the song.
And we've added another piece of musical equipment to the list, which you'll hear in a minute. Anyway, so this is from the album Sign of the Times. This is Prince's Starfish and Coffee. It was 7:45, all in line. The teacher, Miss Kathleen. First was Kevin, then came Lucy. Third in line was me. All of us were ordinary compared to Cynthia Rose, who always stood in the back of the line with a smile beneath her nose. Her favorite number was 20, and every single day. If you asked her what she had for breakfast, this is what she'd say. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds and tangerines, and a side order of ham. If you set your mind free, baby, maybe you'll understand. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam. Well, Cynthia had the prettiest dress, but different colored socks. I sometimes wondered if she kept the mates in her lunchbox. Me and Lucy opened it when Cynthia wasn't around. Lucy cried, almost died. You know what we found? Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds and tangerines, and a side order of ham. If you set your mind free, baby, maybe you'll understand. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam. Cynthia had a happy face, just like the one she draw. On every wall in every school, it's alright, it's for a worthy cause. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam, butterscotch clouds, tangerines, and a side order of ham. If you set your mind free, baby, maybe you'll understand. Starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam.
I guess I can't say I'm a beginner anymore.
For Minneapolis, a little support.
A little support. He's going to get a statue, hopefully.
He should get a statue. Of course, it won't be a very tall statue, which is what's nice.
Put him on a really tall plant.
We'll put him on a really big pedestal, though.
Yeah.
Purple
That'll
pedestal.
happen.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Huge Prince fan. Anyway, so we have to de-instrument now. As you know, we don't want any comments about the music because we know we are not.
Well, you're a professional.
No, I'm not. I'm not professional in anything. And that was my first time with the Korg, Poly, whatever. One of these things for playing the drums. So at least 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 days out of the week. Elizabeth and I. Oh, by the way, there are the flowers for the week. It's like an alien life form. Can you see any of the knives? Neither can I. So at least a couple of days a week, we actually have breakfast for dinner. I'm sorry, I just got to put this beautiful 1979 Stratocaster someplace. I don't know where you're going to throw that thing, sweetheart. It's got to go. We have speakers all over the place, and I got to turn off the power on the side of that pedal array. I got my pedals all lit up there. And so one of our favorite breakfasts actually comes from another country. We adore Greece. And we went there on our honeymoon. It was a delayed honeymoon, but we went.
Well, yeah, it was.
Yes, kind of delayed.
Yeah.
And we fell in love with Greek breakfast. We fell in love with all of Greece, Athens in particular, and people there who know how to party. They have cafe life down because they show up in the cafe at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and stay until about 5 in the morning.
And then the cats.
And then between 5 in the morning and 6, all you hear is pressure washers and cat fucking. And then you wake up and you do it all over again. So we highly recommend this lifestyle. But we definitely fell in love with one particular egg dish and a coffee dish. So we're going to make this for you.
After making it, when you just said cat fucking, because I was like, oh no, it's Monday and it's Food Network.
Yeah, we have to remember that Monday night has been the Food Network live app where we can say fucking. And then this is YouTube where we
And
can
now
say
you're going to make up for it.
fuckity fuck fuck fuckity fuck 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 fuck.
Just can't. You can't go.
Which means I'm probably eventually Discovery will fire me because of how I act on YouTube. But you guys will fight for me, won't you? I hope. Anyway, but first cocktail.
First.
And this is a because I wasn't already drinking. I didn't get us a couple. Will you get us a couple of glasses we can muddle in?
Here? Now?
Were we gonna make the cocktail?
Yeah.
What?
I made a joke and he didn't think it was funny.
Muddling joke?
Never mind. I'm sure they got it.
I'm sure they did. They're smart like you. I have my muddler. Yeah, right here and now. I didn't think about that. And this cocktail is going to involve muddling. So it's basically a julep knockoff, in fact. We need 2. Are you not drinking with?
Oh, you said a couple. Yes, you did.
I told you I said a couple. This is going to involve many Greek cocktails. What? Did I make fun of her behind her back? She's back now. Tell her. Did I make fun of her behind her back?
I don't have my glasses on either.
She didn't have her glasses on, so it doesn't matter what you say.
Really.
Like many Greek cocktails, they're sweetened not with sugar but with honey. We have local honey. This is hometown honey. This is
Non-Greek honey.
non-Greek. We brought Greek honey back.
We did. It tasted kind of like oregano.
Everything in Greece tastes a little bit like oregano and lamb. You know, fish. You catch the fish and it tastes a little bit like lamb. Anyway, this is a cocktail that is going to contain lemon juice. Where did my lemon juice go? Oh, there. Thank you. Mint, lemon juice. I have to get my book out because I actually wrote this down.
That is the saddest
I have my
excuse
jigger.
for a mint sprig, considering how giant.
Well, look, watch.
Things closer to the mirror appear larger than they really are, or something like that.
There's one video industry, one portion of the video industry that's made entirely
Close-ups.
of big, not so big,
I
very
understand.
tiny, really small.
I understand.
But it still smells really good. So it's going to involve mint, lemon juice, and one of the defining liqueurs of Greece. You're not a fan.
No, I'm not a fan. It's pretty much the only thing Greek I'm not a fan of.
Ouzo. Do you like licorice?
Of course I love licorice, so I don't know why I don't like ouzo, except I like smelling it.
You
I
like
would like
Mastiha more.
drinking it, which is very sweet.
Very
I don't know
pine
why.
and resiny. But
I
this
think
is.
we've all had our bad ouzo experiences, like when we've gone to Greek restaurants.
I've never had a bad Greek.
There was a really great.
You did?
I'm
You had a
trying
bad
to think of the name
experience?
of it now. People in Portland. This is wonderful old Greek restaurant. You go upstairs and you dance and you break plates and they
That could
do.
be any Greek restaurant in the
I
world.
understand. Well, I'm just remembering this particular one anyway, and I don't want to interrupt him. They pour ouzo like down your throat, and that is not the way to end the evening.
Like you're laying on the table?
Kind of.
And they.
Yeah, they tilt you back in a chair and they throw it.
Is there any liquor that would be a good idea?
No,
with?
probably not.
Because I can't think of anything that I want to be.
But for
That's
it to be
called water-
ouzo,
that's
like when it was
waterboarding.
already unpleasant, you get the
So you were waterboarded with ouzo.
maybe.
Is what you're
Might
saying.
explain some things.
I think the Geneva Convention would have something to say about that. So here's what we're going to do. We're
willingly.
going to, maybe we don't actually need a muddle. We're going to have like 4 mint leaves apiece. They're yours. They're for mint
So
leaves.
this is spearmint.
Spearmint, is that okay?
It's fine. I'm just, there's so many different kinds of mint.
I know, I like
Mint,
spearmint.
mint.
So we're just going to kind of spank it. We're going to kind
Spank.
of roll it around in the hands there, spank it a little bit. It likes to be spanked. Mint does. That'll keep us from having to muddle. Just kind of wad it up, drop it in there. Then we're going to go with a teaspoon of honey. Now, have you ever seen one of these?
It's a honey
My
spoon.
wife insists that this is a honey spoon. I think she just dropped a spoon in the garbage disposal, and I came home and like, what the hell happened to that spoon? That was my favorite spoon. She said, it's a honey
No,
spoon.
it's my
honey.
spoon. I brought it to the party.
So then you dispense a teaspoon of honey in each of those glasses to show me the marvels of how a honey
What's
spoon
supposed
works.
to happen is like the little, it doesn't go up the spoon. I don't know. It was pretty, and I drink a lot of honey, or eat a lot, probably do drink a lot of honey. Okay, how much? I mean, you want a whole? Okay. Well, there goes the demonstration.
Well, you can still demonstrate. It's just that the demonstration was clearly taking a considerable amount of our evening. I only needed a teaspoon. Ordinarily, cocktails would use sugar for this. What? Maybe it's meant to say, I know what, wait, where'd it go?
It sits on the thing.
It sits on the edge of the jar,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Wait, where did it go?
That too. Well, you've seen the ones that look like little, I put it in the, you've seen the ones that look like little honey,
So
honeycombs.
it's not like it's a miracle
bee.
of dippage. It's that when you're trying to get the rest of it off, you rest it on the spoon on the ledge like that.
Maybe that works.
And then it just
got
drains.
explained to me. Maybe that's it.
Did I just mansplain that shit?
No. It got explained to me when I bought it the other way.
I hate mansplaining. I've made a career out of mansplaining. What is good eats if not a half hour, 21 minutes of mansplaining? Cute mansplaining?
I have no opinion, thoughts, or anything. So you tell me.
Well, we freaking know that's not true. All right, each one of these is going to get an ounce and a half. One day this show will be over. It's supposed to get a lot of lemon juice. An ounce and a half of lemon juice.
Did anybody watch the Food Network Kitchen one last night?
No, nobody on YouTube watches the Food
No,
Network
some people
yet.
do. And he,
What did I do?
you mistakenly described.
Oh, now is when you're going to bring that up.
Marsala, or actually, he's Madeira as Marsala. Everybody go buy the Food Network.
You mean
app.
Marsala as Madeira? That's
Yeah, you
what I
described-
actually did.
Yeah. You described Marsala as Madeira, but he's standing there holding a bottle of Marsala. It clearly says Marsala. Anyway,
Satisfied with
it
ourselves.
was adorable. It was so cute. And you laughed about it. He was really, really good.
I laughed about it then when it was happening. If I'd known that you were going to bring it back, I don't know that I would have laughed so much about it. Scoot over. You're not going to hog the whole frame.
It's for to hog the frame.
It's too
from
soon.
you.
Oh, so I'm a hog, am I? Look, I'm sensitive about my weight gain. I get it. But I'm a hog? Really?
That's
Really?
her.
That's our dog.
I know.
I know a lot of you are Scabigail fans, all as well.
See, Puff is back in the kitchen.
Scabs! Scabigail,
She
you...
assumed her position about half
She's
an hour
so
ago.
tired. She's so tired. She can't stand this show. All right, so the honey and the mint and the lemon juice is in.
So what's that? Oh, it's what the mint was in.
That's what my little pathetic thing I meant. And now we're going to go 2 ounces of ouzo. This is the outside doing. We're not getting into the whole accent thing from last night because that was really sad. And then we're going to have some ice. I'll get the ice because you don't know. I don't want you to feel. I don't want you to be the ice.
I'm the ice tricks. Oh, mighty ices! Oh, mighty ice. What should I do with said ice? Shazam. Shazam. Pour it in there.
Do we have any soda? I bet we don't even have any. Oh, we do. Oh, great. We have soda water.
That's good.
Now, typically, this is called ouzo lemonade, and it would be just topped off with a little bit of water. But I think that a little bit of soda would be a good thing. You gave me more ice. That's true love. Here, I'm going to get back to you.
I'm so cool already. All right, where's the opener?
We don't need. So I'd really like to get to one of the tools that I use to open things or cut things, but that's not going to be possible, is it? So what if I just accidentally come through and like chop off that entire part of the plant? How would that be? Where would I sleep tonight?
Not
With you.
in a comfortable place.
Comfortable place. All right. So I'm just going to open my. Don't do this
I
at
have
home.
replacements.
Don't.
Especially with the most giant knife you have. Not replacement husband, the replacement leaves.
You could replace me easily. If there's anything that we know, people on YouTube have said that they would take up with you any.
A few more would. take up with you.
More would take up with me? No. Most of my love letters come from prison. Okay. So
Stirring.
let's see. We don't need no stirring. Okay, we'll stir meat in too. Okay, so this is ouzo lemonade, and we already know that Elizabeth's not going to like it because.
No, I do. I like lemonade.
But you don't like ouzo.
I just don't like it straight poured down the back of my throat.
Duly noted.
But I think this would be an improvement. I'm back now. No, I really like it. I tasted it. It's really good.
I will give you all the money in my wallet right now if you will lay back on this counter and let me pour this down my throat.
I don't need money that bad.
Elizabeth. No? That's the face that means no, really. And by the way, we're going to have words later, and you're not going to like those either. Cheers. Or what do you, I forget what you say in Greece. Shit.
Oh my God. Not
Kampai.
Kampai. Not really.
That's what Japanese tourists say.
Chi-chi. Chin-chin. It's very refreshing.
That's delightful.
It really is.
Honey, lemon juice, and it's a lot of lemon juice. So 1.5 ounces of lemon juice each, fresh squeezed. I squeezed that right before we started. 2 ounces of ouzo, a teaspoon of honey, and mint changes everything.
Mint always.
I have honey all over them.
What if you want to pour? I'll do some ouzo shot or pouring down your throat. L10.
No, and I'll tell you why.
L10.
Because I get really terrifically bad hangovers. And if I get a really terrifically bad hangover tomorrow, you're the one who's going to have to hear me puking. Is that what you want?
I'm not gonna give you the whole bottle.
I'm not going to let you pour ouzo down my throat. I'm not. Am I only going to happen? It's not going to happen.
Wow.
What if I gagged and drowned? I'm not in college anymore. Bad things could happen. You could kill me live on YouTube. And how do you think that's going to go over on social media? Elizabeth Ingram drowns, waterboards Alton Brown with ouzo.
I could probably capitalize on it in some way.
That's actually pretty good.
I can capitalize on it.
So what? You want me to
T-shirts.
like lean back on this and you're just going to pour it up my throat? Okay. So how far back do I have to go?
Do we need to have some like zither music or something?
No, I don't.
We need like
I
some
need
guy.
Wait, I need something to like stand on.
It's happening,
Because
people.
All right, hold on.
It's happening. And whoever
I have
from
to get up
Portland,
on-
we know the Portland. What is the name of that
that's-
restaurant? It's at the corner of like Yam Hill and down on like
I at least want to be
3rd.
safe.
He wants to be safe. You want like a life preserver? So you don't drown?
No, I want.
Oh, we're getting the big ladder. Well, I have to get up. I'm the one that has to get up above.
So what? I have to get back like this? Is that what it? What's gonna happen?
Kind of.
Is this
I
gonna
mean,
get on my glasses?
no.
What's gonna happen? Are you supposed to have one of those
You
spout
can't
things?
see.
Well,
Here,
I don't like.
I'm gonna-
I don't like this. This is like a bad
is this
vacation.
from?
What the hell? No, I don't want to be waterboarded. I'll tell. Wait, no, what the hell? That shit's gonna come out of my nose. What's?
I'm not.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm not playing.
Shouldn't there be a towel? Cacao was my safe word.
Also Portland.
What?
You ready? Come
No,
on. This
I
is
don't
it.
know
You
how I
haven't
feel about-
needed it.
But I didn't think it would lead to this. You could.
Come on,
No.
baby.
I'm gonna drown. You're gonna drown me in fucking ouzo.
It was your idea. Okay, you ready?
Well, that's rather anticlimactic, isn't
I
it?
didn't get the full pour.
Is that it?
I'll do it again. But
Is
then
that the
you
whole
see
thing? Hell, I would have done this a lot sooner if I known that's all there was to it. Is that it?
Do you want more?
No, my tummy doesn't feel very good.
Okay, well, get up off the counter. Let's
That's
go to
it?
dinner.
That was the whole
What
thing?
did
That's
you
what I
want?
complained about?
Yeah. And I was
Well,
gonna.
hit me again.
Okay, all right, you ready?
Hmm. You poured it in my fucking eyes!
You moved your face.
Give me a towel!
It was-
Shit!
at the browns. You okay?
No. No. Ah. Ugh.
You okay?
That was on. You did that on purpose.
No, I didn't. You moved your head.
I moved my head. I'm good. I'm okay. Woo! Shit.
Well, on that rather pathetic note.
Pathetic? What part was pathetic? The part where you tried to drown me in Greek liquor? I feel like I've been face raped by a Twizzler.
What? No.
Liquor.
It smells more like rubbing alcohol, actually, on the towel. Okay. Scabs is not amused, nor does she care. She's like, seen it all before.
She's not seen all that before. Nobody's seen that before. Oh, my eyes. Crap, that stings.
Don't do that at home, kid. Well, do that at home. That's the only place to do that. Professional Greek servers. They tilt your chair back. All right, whatever. You know, you people know. Let's make some dinner, breakfast, dinner.
I swallowed some air.
Oh my God.
It took 15 episodes of this damn show for me to belch.
I think you built.
Before it was like little burps before then. Okay. That was like the real thing. So now that we're half an hour in,
and there's been a near drowning.
You waterboarded me with ouzo. I would have told you.
I had fun. Clearly.
You are a sick twist, is what you are. Now, Scabs, I'm okay.
Concern is,
You know, we don't have our music on. Why don't you want me to go? I'm going to go turn on our music because we usually have music on.
I'll do the music.
Oh.
Explain to them about.
Oh, you're escaping. All right, so we are doing. Do you remember what this dish is called?
Cayenas.
Cayenas? Cayenas.
Yeah.
All right, so this is eggs. It's Greek style scrambled eggs. We're also going to be making Greek style coffee over here, and for that I need my my briki. This is called a briki, and we're going to be brewing that in sand. And what pot do you want to use for your eggs, my sweet?
Well.
She'll get hers later. What? So we're going to have, we've got eggs, and we have got tomatoes, tomato, Madeira masala. We've got some Roma tomatoes, and we've got eggs. Oh, look, it's the eggs from that I used for the for our thumbnail. So we were drawn on the eggs. Those are the ones that we have to crack. We have a bunch of lemons, and I have absolutely no idea why. I'm having some kind of like vapor thing, ouzo vapor thing. We also need oregano, and crap, I've got some oregano here someplace. Do we have oregano growing out in the garden? My sweet. I bought some. I just don't know where the hell time. It's pathetic. I had to buy this. I think we have some. Well, this is what's left over when she does her flowers. What?
That's because I'm doing more flowers.
I know you're doing more flowers. Did it come on?
No, the computer's frozen.
Oh, the computer's frozen. Okay, well, no music for us this week. All right, so we have thyme. We've got the tomatoes. We've got...
Thyme?
Oh, shit, I was supposed to get oregano. You have oregano, though. That's oregano.
I do.
Madeira, masala, thyme, oregano. I'm a time lord. What can I say? Okay, so but you also want dried oregano, right?
I do.
Okay, you're going to get that out of the pantry? Why is it you get to be off camera all the time and I have to be here with ouzo up my nose? Grater. We have oil, we have salt, we have eggs, we have oregano, we have tomatoes, we have a box grater, which is absolutely critical for this operation, and we're going to need some Remember I told you guys I wasn't going to show you the refrigerator very often.
We don't have any Greek oregano. So
We don't have any what?
Greek, wait next to it.
We have Mexican oregano. That's okay. We also don't have, you're going to be mad at me. We don't have Greek feta. Jeff Bezos only had Bulgarian.
Jeff Bezos. We ordered
Whole
feta.
Foods. Whole
Oh.
Foods. I went to Whole Foods, which I'm very disappointed in these days. Not happy with the
Close.
selection.
Bulgar, they're all, it's Albanian. Not Albanian. They're all Balkan.
Well, this is,
It's Balkan.
well, there's nothing wrong with being Balkan. It's just that I would prefer to have Greek feta instead of Bulgarian
Bulgaria is
feta. It's
really
very
close to
different.
Greece.
Well, they are right next to each other, but that doesn't mean, and I'm not racist. I don't dislike Bulgarians. Wait, Albania is right next to Greece. Bulgaria is
So
not.
Bulgaria, Albania, and Greece are all part of the Balkans.
I'm going to go up and look at a globe. Hold on.
It's a true story.
Hold on.
I know that because I'm part Balkan.
You're mostly Balkan, aren't you?
No, I'm Polish.
Hold on. You're mostly Polish? Okay.
Part.
Part Polish. Okay, so here we go. Hold on. So Greece. There's Bulgaria, and there's Albania. So yeah, it's all right there. You're right. Okay. That's how fast the world spins. All right, we're not going to let that get in our way. Here we go. Which pan are you going to use? Oh, you're using the nonstick?
Oh. Well, no, you use this one. Why do you even have a nonstick?
I have a nonstick because I'll keep it. I don't know why I have a nonstick. I hate this pan. I don't like Teflon. I don't like nonstick surfaces. But we have it because
I don't know.
I'll get rid of it. I'll give it away. I'm going to take that tomorrow and donate it. And then somebody at Goodwill will have it. So what we're going with is black steel. This is a Lodge black steel pan, which is a preferred cooking vessel of ours. And I've got my hot sand here. This is just play sand, and I've got it going pretty hot. She is going to, what's the first thing you're going to do? Probably grate the...
Well, let's talk about the whole meal because I don't know where we ended up. Are we doing a meat? Are we doing like a bacon? Oh, that reminds me. Meat. You did go to the
We've got some chicken. We've got leftover chicken, and we've got string cheese.
I thought you got bacon. Didn't you go to the
I forgot the bacon. I only got the stuff for the eggs. I forgot the bacon. Look, we've got some Nova. We've got some Nova from Zucker's in New York.
Okay,
It's not like we're ever going to see our apartment there in our natural freaking life. I don't know that there's any
There's the frozen bacon downstairs from last week.
frozen bacon downstairs.
Remember from last week? We didn't use it all. This many bacons.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
So you want me to go downstairs?
Yeah, but you can't take that. I'll go downstairs. Down.
You're going to leave me to talk to them.
Look, here's duck.
Well, that's
Okay,
some duck.
breast.
Well, you want duck
I
breasts?
don't. I
With
just bought some. I just put it in there.
hey, we could use the kimchi.
Why don't we do the?
We're not going to show you the basement.
Do you want?
Forget it. We're not showing you the
Do you
basement.
want? There
What?
are some questions right now. Do you want me to go get the bacon?
Do I want you to what?
Go get the bacon.
No, I don't really care about the bacon. Look, it's already 35 after. I mean, I'm happy to just your eggs are so good. I don't need
So
bacon.
what I was asking was if I should go ahead and start the eggs, or you want to do other things so they're not cold and gross.
Well, you have to grate. Oh,
It takes you 2 minutes.
okay.
This is very quick.
Well,
recipe.
can you hold the camera so that I can start the coffee? So
Sorry to dance. Here we are. Go. Do coffee.
I can't remember the word for how I like mine. Semi-sweet. It's a word for a melon. It's not melanoma. I don't have my phone.
I used to know too. It's been a couple years.
Do you guys? Why don't you guys look it up? Google semi-sweet or half-sweet Greek coffee, and it'll come up. Melatonin. No, it's not melatonin. It's melanosma. My arm is fine. You want to see my stitches? There they are. Elizabeth, it's the Greek cuisine. Don't know what that means. What lives in the
Thank
basement?
you, Greek cuisina. Yay! That was it. The restaurant.
Oh, there you go. So somebody look it up. Look up this word. It means half. Metrios.
Metrios.
So
Thank
I
you.
like
What
my
I
coffee
was. Ding,
Metrios.
ding,
Ding ding ding. Metrios. Thank you. I love Greek coffee. I have not been able to properly replicate its manufacture here in the States. And I've really, really tried. And I think that the reason is because I don't have actual Greek coffee. What I have is American coffee ground to a Turkish ground.
But you
the
brought
finest
home
ground.
Greek coffee.
We went through that a long time ago. But I was never able to get the foaming right. Foaming is hugely important, but they don't use like a machine to do it. So,
We did this
here's my
really.
Greekie.
Here.
No, you can, oh, sorry, my Greekie.
I'm trying to.
You have to have a Greekie. It's that.
Sorry, people.
That's
Look at
okay.
my face. I have my glasses on. I don't know where. I gotta get them. Actually, I'm going to go get my glasses.
Flip it. All right, I'll hold this while
Because
you get
you
your
were
glasses.
standing over there 2 seconds ago.
I brought my glasses.
On your face.
I came to the party prepared.
I know. But
I wouldn't trade you for all the world.
Small approximation of the world.
Here you go. So the fact that we're having cocktails and then we're gonna, here, if you wanna make a handle, you fold that up
I
like
do
that.
that. I know.
Cocktails don't often go with coffee, but now that I've been waterboarded with ouzo, I'm gonna need some of this. So what I have here is I have coffee that I ground to a basically cocaine state.
Nobody sneeze. Nobody sneeze.
All over the place. And I've got my Briki, and here's how we do this. I'm gonna make 2 cups worth, and in Greek coffee, a cup means a demitas, so it's a 1/4 cup of water. So I'm just going to do 2 teaspoons of coffee in my Briki. And because I like it melatoninous, or whatever the hell it is, part sweet, metrios. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Here we go, into the Briki.
Breaky 19. Breaky 19. We got
It's almost like you were the one that took ouzo up the nose.
Almost, but not quite. I was
where's
there.
the-
I saw it. I was looking at the wrong place. There's the little thing. Yeah. All right. So what are you doing now?
I'm getting some water.
Buttercup.
What? I'm getting a 1/4 cup of water. Oh, actually, doing 2 of them, so I would need half a cup of water, wouldn't I? Yeah. So I'm getting half a cup of water.
Alton, I live in the Greek neighborhood.
Then you don't need to do this because you've got a Greek coffee shop nearby.
There you go. Don't
So-
forget to add the cardamom.
Oh, shit.
I have that too.
I'll go. You always get to go. I'm going to. What cardamom do you want? Do you want black cardamom or green cardamom? I think this place gets scarier every week, and we keep losing light bulbs. We don't have any replacement light bulbs, and I keep forgetting to pick them up when I go out. Here's cardamom.
Yeah, someone just said don't forget the cardamom.
Here, this is from Spice House. Where are you going? Are you leaving? All right, she's going to take the globe back. All right. Are you guys having a good time? I'm not because my nose stings. I can't open this because I only have one hand. This is cardamom.
But we have ground.
But-
Do you want ground?
Just tell me what you want.
I'll go get the ground. I know what it is. We could grind it. We could spank it.
I don't want to spank the cardamom. I'm not talking about you behind your back. So is this green cardamom or black cardamom?
I think it's green.
It's from the Spice House. It's our favorite source for these things. Okay, here you go again. So, all right, I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom in here. Maybe less, actually. Should only be a pinch,
1/4
really.
teaspoon.
No, I'm doing like an eighth of a teaspoon. Let's not get crazy. Okay. Oh, that's strong cardamom. Why don't you want me to lay on the counter and you just pour all this cardamom down my face?
But I'm the one who's the cardamom freak.
You are a cardamom
I
freak.
would
All right,
actually
so
do-
everything's going, the water's going in, and I'm just gonna stir that enough. Ooh, I'm gonna use the honey spoon. Enough to make sure that I've got the sugar dissolved. And then this May I?
You may, please.
So this is a play sand, which is about 3/4 of an inches deep. And it's hot as hell in there. As a matter of fact, did I take its temperature a while ago? Did I do that? Did I ever get around to that?
Taking the sands.
Hold on. I'm taking the sands. You say that so mockingly.
Just repeating it so I understood. Just make sure I
I
understood.
got 500-degree sand here. Sand's hot as crap.
There's this thing in therapy they call mirroring. So when I hear you say something that I'm not really sure I understood, like I'm taking the sand's temperature, I just repeat it to make sure that I indeed heard I'm taking the sand's temperature.
Mirroring.
Mirroring.
Is
Right.
that a couple thing that I should absorb for later?
Yes. Well, not for later. Ooh, there's a C-130, whatever it is.
C-130 coming out of Dobbins Air Force
Yeah,
Base.
right.
Okay, so here we go. Basically, just placing the brekkie down into the sand like that.
Breaky spelled
this is-
breaky.
It's spelled brekkie with a K. And this is supposed to deliver more gentle heat. I don't see what's freaking gentle about 450-degree sand, but that's how it's done. And
It's like a day at the
if
beach
you
in
go
Alabama.
to Istanbul or to Athens, you'll see this method being used. So sand, and there's a lot of things you could actually do with this. You could actually cook a lot of things, like put that pan on that pan. We could put this pan in the
I
sand.
don't want sand in my eggs.
Well, you wouldn't that wouldn't happen. All right, so we don't want to just sit and wait on this, do we?
How long's
I
wrong,
don't
buddy?
know. It'd take a little bit of while.
Okay.
What was it? A damn combat landing in a C-130 almost made me airsick for the first time ever.
I would understand that, a combat
I
landing.
can't get that. Any landing with the word combat attached would probably do it. for me.
Istanbul and the Constantinople.
Constantinople, let's say Istanbul.
The Greeks and the Turks are back at it as of late.
Are they at each other
They're
again?
actually threatening war.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what the Greeks will use, because we didn't see much there, but shoes with pom-poms.
They'll look very smart in the field.
Love tea. Oh, they might be giants. Sure, of course. That's a train. That's not. Okay. So can you go ahead and start prepping your eggs, or are you just going to drink liquor?
That was originally not. They
So
might be giants.
we've got Jeff Bezos directly from his house, Bulgarian shrimp. Shrimp feta. Shrimp feta. I can't get this off by myself. I'm going to make a huge. Damn it! Oh, I hate you, Jeff Bezos. Scabs?
You sent a really nice jacket.
No, she doesn't want it. All right, so a little bit of olive oil, and you're using the good stuff, is going in the pan over medium heat. And we've got the eggs. Are you going to crack me or you first?
You.
You're probably going to, yeah, of course you will. Just smash the crap out of me. Roma tomatoes, oregano.
You can use regular tomato.
You've got dried oregano, but you've got the Mexican kind, so we're being
Yeah, I don't know where the
poly.
Greek. Remember the Greek that we're getting was really stemmy.
Yeah, it was stemmy. This is better. The Mexican oregano is better. Hold on. I have to use my mouth.
I don't know what to say how much that was.
Okay. There's the
2
oregano.
pinches.
Two pinches. You didn't bay it though. You didn't.
Remember, we went to a Greek farm house.
We did go to a
and
Greek
have
farmhouse.
breakfast.
We
and
did.
It was
Wonderful.
wonderful.
Delightful. Some of the best
This
cooking
old-
I've had.
This woman, this Greek grandma. Okay, so I'm doing this.
So you are literally grating the Roma tomatoes into the vessel.
That's right.
Okay. Analog switcher. Here we go. Boom. Oop, crap. Sorry. Damn it.
Dang it, Evans.
I'm trying to get a shot right down. Oh yeah, that's the money right there.
Money shot.
Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
no. But if we're gonna Spielberg it, then we have to get a shot up through the grater.
Look at it's gonna drop on the phone.
Well, that's just the price of art.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. And in the reverse. Damn it.
This is exciting.
Here we
What's
go. So the whole deal here is that you're grating the meat of the how many tomatoes?
I think I'll just do 2. From looking
Okay,
back.
so you're throwing the skin away. Skin goes. You only want the pulp, right?
Oh, there's skin in there because I just flat out. I just break.
And so you're basically going to saute. May I give this a
Yeah,
shake?
I'm looking for a wooden spoon.
You know, just like the one you hid for me the other day when...
I like it super hot. To really, basically, you're kind of frying the tomatoes. And I put a lot of olive oil in. We used to have Greek olive oil.
we are out of Greek olive oil, so we're using this camera stuff. Also from the house of Bezos. Damn it,
No,
can't get away.
actually, no,
Oh,
this
no,
is
we're
what I
using some
used.
better stuff over there. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're frying the potatoes, which is going to drive off some moisture,
Tomatoes.
right? Sorry, what did I say?
Potatoes.
Marsala? Madeira? What?
Potatoes, potatoes, tomatoes.
Let's
That's
call
not
the
even
whole
a
thing
song.
off. Let's call the whole thing off.
Yeah, someone was very excited about that. Okay.
You say pajama, I say pajama.
Ta-da!
Oyster, potato, potato. Let's call the whole thing off.
What did you do with my... Anyway.
What?
So
All right,
I am
now
very
the-
liberal. Very liberal.
Well, I know that,
Well, in many ways, liberal.
but you're being very liberal with the dried oregano.
Super liberal. Yeah.
I see your comment. No, we would not walk this because we want more flat surface area over the heat to reduce down the tomato juice because she's going to cook it almost au sec. And for those of you that train in Dutch kitchens, that means almost dry. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for my coffee to come up.
I don't want
This is
to
hot.
wait in vain. Sorry, I had to.
Did you though? Did you have to?
I don't want to wait.
I don't want to pour that ouzo in your face and make it come out your nose and burn your eyes like you've been waterboarded by fire and Twizzlers.
Twizzlers are red.
Twizzlers taste like licorice.
Like strawberry licorice.
All right, so Bulgarian feta is also a sheep cheese, but it's different. It is distinctly different. I like it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not like Greek feta at all. All right.
So
This is going to take a while.
Am I
I'm glad-
cooking this or are you cooking this? You cannot help yourself, can you? Back off my pan. I'm not touching your coffee. Oh, here, wait. Let me mess with your coffee. So here's a problem. Okay. I'm gonna drop the eggs in.
Oh, the eggs? All right. Which one? I wanted you to see. I wanted to see my face break.
You weren't there. Here's the other problem: is that this pan is not big enough. I can't get the liquid far enough away.
Blaming it on the pan already, huh?
I usually use.
Here goes my face.
Ready?
Don't do it. Don't break my face. Oh my God, don't do it. Don't do it. Ah! Oh God, the ouzo. Oh shit.
Mine.
Yeah, break your face.
I'm gonna break my face. No, not that. Right? That's what
Not
you
in
say.
the face.
Okay. So I. Yes,
3?
I can do 4.
No.
Bigger pan. Here's
No,
how-
you do
so-
what's right for the
but
pan.
I
You do what's
do-
right for the dish. Go ahead. Something's got to happen. Look, this looks like a screaming person. Ah!
That's the out one. So here's the thing.
Oh shit. Okay, now I immediately have to kill this heat. Crap, I wasn't ready for this. Where's my Dimitas? Shit.
Can I do-
Oh, my. God damn. And then immediately off the heat and pour because the Greeks want the foam, but not the grounds. Shit. I wasn't there in time. Now I could pour another one. Where'd the other...
All
right, well,
Dimitas?
I don't know where the other Dimitas went.
I didn't see it. Didn't know about it. Wasn't there. Had nothing to do with it. So people are probably wondering about the dropping the eggs straight in the pan thing. Go ahead. Do your coffee.
That is really good. Do you want just a little sip? I
Yeah.
know you're not a big coffee drinker. It's hot, but it's really... I'm not going to spill it on you. It's really good. Super hot.
Yes, that is good. You got it. It's not big.
But I didn't get the foam. I was supposed to get the foam. So no Greek, no self-respecting Greek would admire this coffee because there really should have been, I should have caught that foam. Now, I was taught in Greece to let it come to a boil twice.
Grandma.
But the cool thing about this
Greek
is that,
grandma.
like in Istanbul, they just kind of move it around in here until it comes back to a boil again. because of the sand, right? I'm not being very helpful. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna set that off there and turn off this heat. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know how that happened. This looks really good. So you don't put the cheese in until
I put the feta in afterwards.
you put the feta. Well, who's going to be satisfied with a plate that size?
Well, you didn't get bacon or anything, so.
I didn't get bacon because I was busy trying to get all the stuff you needed for this.
Right? It's not that much.
That's very good.
I'm pretty happy your coffee worked
When you
out.
pour this, though, you have to be really careful to leave all the sludge in the bottom because there's still a lot of grounds in there. Can I turn this off? I'm sorry I didn't get any bacon.
It's okay. I don't care.
But since it's Greek, I would have had to get like lamb bacon.
That would have been amazing.
That actually, oh, I got this thing turned back around again. That does sound amazing.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are. There we go. Can we eat over on the counter?
Yeah. Of course you can.
Maybe we can take some questions. I'm going to take my coffee. I have never had coffee and a cocktail at the same time. It seems almost antithetical to my very being. But maybe if I drained all this.
You're mildly in the way.
Now I can drink the coffee. That is a very good cocktail.
It is a really good.
We should have that on a more regular basis, except you don't like, oh, here's the part with the cheese.
Yeah, I just crumble it on.
So this is an act of peace because we've got,
Yeah, and
no,
I'm,
it's not Bulgaria, it's Albania, right? Albania that's,
no, it's Turkey and Greece.
Oh, Turkey
that
and
are having
Greece.
issues. They've been having issues for a long time.
well, yeah, about
But they
12,000
literally
years.
are like.
Are you going to use any of this fresh oregano?
That is very salty feta.
It's incredibly salty feta.
Wow.
And I'm sorry, it's all Jeff Bezos had.
You're
at
gonna
his
get a
house.
call from, they're gonna be visited by tall, bald people in the middle of the night,
Yeah,
knocking
whatever.
on the door.
If that happens, it won't be because of Jeff Bezos.
Or who else would it be?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Mr. Despicable, whatever his name is.
You mean Gru?
Gru. You'd be perfect, Gru. If they ever did a live action.
They asked me to play that.
They did?
Yeah,
When was that? I missed that.
I'm lying. The Minions didn't want to work with me.
You know,
What?
you have a reputation. Okay. This is it. I mean, this is all we're
I have a reputation for what?
being fabulous and wonderful and marvelous. And they get jealous and they want to be fabulous, wonderful, marvelous.
You know what? The Minions are nothing but Oompa Loompas, basically.
That's probably true. True enough. All right, this is really all we're having? Because, it's got all the parts in it.
Here, I'm going to kill
now
and
it's-
cook Scabigail. I'll be back in a minute.
Here, it's warm.
No, you want some chicken? We have some
No,
leftover
I just thought
chicken.
you might be hungry. Here.
I am. As soon as this is over, I'm calling for a pizza. Doesn't pizza sound good?
Pizza does sound good. So, I have always just cooked up. She's happy he marries me when I make this.
Oh my God. It's
I've always just cracked eggs straight into the pan.
you have.
And I'm sure when we read comments, people are like, what? Didn't she mix the egg? So, what?
But it creates a texture that's perfect for this dish. No, when I make scrambled eggs, which make angels cry,
Yeah, that's true.
they're
Crying
all
over the
creamy.
place.
But the thing about this kind of egg is it gives you a contrast of textures.
Yeah, but I
Oh.
just always.
Oh, now you're up.
Now she's up. She's up. She's arisen from Puff. And she's come to join us. Visitation of the.
Where's my damn
Scabigail.
dinner? So Scabs is supposed to be fed at 6:30.
We
And
didn't do
we
it.
didn't feed her at 6:30 because we were busy getting
nose
ready
go,
for
though.
this. So she's pretty pissed about the kibble situation.
Yes, she's not happy.
And she's eyeing, Mommy, give me the eggs. Give me the eggs. You're probably not supposed to give them eggs, but
I don't know. I don't think. There. Did you like it?
Hell yes, I liked it. Give me more of that.
No.
All right, so she's mad because she didn't get that. There you go.
She didn't know what time it is. It's just on the
So,
plate. But is there an argument for not cooking, doing the, because I've always done it, that's how I do eggs.
I like the way you make your eggs. I emulsify, basically pasteurize my eggs to an emulsified state. But we're cooking them, which creates a very creamy texture, but you create contrast because parts of the white cook different from the.
Yeah. But I didn't know why people
from the
did it. I
yolk.
mean, why did I learn to do it? Like watching my grandmother. Why did my grandmother do it? She's a really good cook, so it wasn't like she didn't know what she was doing. That's just how she chose it. I guess you're drinking mine now, because
No, this is yours. You finished yours.
an odd number. I still remember doing that.
So going forward this week,
Yes. And we're making an announcement?
I was going to,
Okay.
but I'm not going to
No, you need to. Oh, come
because
on.
I don't
You can't do that.
like playing the politics card. I don't like pissing people off and everybody gets all.
You don't like pissing people off. You live for pissing people off. That's your favorite thing to do.
Wear your freaking mask.
Please wear your mask.
Look.
Please wear your fucking mask.
Ooh, nicely done. Or just stay inside and don't. It's fine by me. But I know one thing for sure. I'm not getting on an airplane for the rest of the year. I'm not going to a theater for the rest of the year. I'm not going to a restaurant for the rest of the year. And all the things I'm not going to do the rest of the year.
American and United are like, they're not doing this.
You know, I tweeted. Did you see my tweet today? Mm-hmm. So I'm like a big time traveler. Yeah, I wear a mask. And I know that at the end of this, about 75 bots are going to descend on me. And you know how I know they're bots? Because they're on Twitter. They all have between 60 and 70 followers. And all they do is retweet, right? And I don't give a shit. Hey, you know what? There you go, bot. I don't give a crap. I'm a freaking scientist, okay? I've been plying the science trade on television for 21 years. And I'm telling you, the only thing I care about is the liberal use of science. And if you wear a mask, you're a lot less likely to spread this shit or catch this shit. If you don't care, fine. Then just say you don't care. I'll respect that. But, yeah, you know, I said that I don't miss airliners. I actually don't miss it. We are avid travelers, but you know what? They treat you like shit, by and large. They pack you into these death tubes. They take away all of your leg room, and then some disgruntled pilot locks the door and crashes into the side of the mountain. If you're on a Ryanair flight in Germany, what's to miss? They give you 4 goddamn nuts in a little bitty bag. You know what? Drive. And if you can't get there driving, get on a boat or a train. I say stay off of airplanes.
We've been wanting to
Just
drive
stay
a
the
lot.
hell
Well, actually, you were like, let's fly to New York, but I like road trips.
I'm all about the road trip.
I really like road trips.
But did you hear that Amtrak is now saying they're going to cancel service to like 400, daily service to 400 stations in the U.S.? If there was ever a time when we need more trains, and besides, trains are cool as shit. You're sitting, had you guys ever seen like a Harry Potter movie or North by Northwest? You see what happened in North by
Or
Northwest?
Murder on the Orient Express.
Well, that's different because somebody
Or
died.
Snowpiercer.
I hate that movie. The idea of all of humankind on a train just doesn't work for me. A ship. More likely that would be a cruise ship.
Well, and my favorite movie is 2046, but
2046 is a fantastic movie. I also like Poseidon Adventure, where the whole ship turns upside down and you have to go to the bottom to get out of the top. No, go to the, you know what I'm saying.
well, why is train travel in Europe then?
Well, train travel in Europe is what it's all about. And the thing is we
I
could
know,
have
but
that here in America because we happen to live in a beautiful country. And if we had high-speed rail coast to coast, you know what, you could sit. Here are the things you can do on a train. You can sit and read. You can go to the dining car. You can go to the cocktail club. You can have sex.
Darjeeling Limited. Well, the Mile High Club.
Mile High Club, look, you have sex on an airplane. You're in a little bitty, nasty-ass room. You want to talk about infection? I'm sorry, even before COVID, I wasn't going to do that. That's a nasty little room. And they don't even clean it in between flights anymore. That's how they board you so fast, because they got to turn those things around. So even in first class, that's a goddamn heap of bacteria in there. So, trains, you can sit and read
Definitely
and be
trains.
civilized. You can watch the great landscape go by. You can take The Wi-Fi is great. You go to the dining car for dinner. Remember
Darjeeling
you
Limited.
remember in Darjeeling, but also in Casino Royale. Remember when Vesper Lind asks Bond how his lamb was? Do you remember what he said? No. How was the lamb? Skewered. Yeah. On a train.
And the other thing that could come back is remember the motor lodges, like
Motor lodges, absolutely.
for motoring.
For motoring.
Yes.
And then they turn them all into motels. So I think you and I should like go find some funky roadside, motor lodge, old motor lodge, and buy it.
Yeah.
And reconvert it because hotels are where it's going to be at. Nobody's going to eat at a restaurant anymore, not for a long time, but they'll eat in a hotel.
Yep, they'll eat in a hotel and they'll
You could like
fabulous takeout.
they'll like do this
room
massive
service.
quarantine thing where you come in with like this big laser. Remember in Aliens when they first cracked open the ship that Ripley's in and this big laser thing goes across? That would be our cleaning thing. And then you'd like load in and you'd have a private pool.
I love the idea of a train, but I do love the motor lodge idea. I really do.
The only thing about the motor lodge is you
gas
gotta
is so
drive.
cheap right now.
Well, gas is cheap.
I
Then
love-
everybody's gonna.
Oh my gosh, driving is so much fun. You read to
Okay.
each other. You do books on tape. You sing songs. You see the West.
I like
The
driving.
sleeping part's hard. I got that,
But you can't just say.
you remember like the AAA triptychs?
Yes.
You would go and they
Do you
would
remember
the
triptychs?
maps,
So
the
we have a
open-
thing for paper maps. We have a bathroom downstairs. You know, we're eventually gonna have to show them the bathroom downstairs that we call the Explorers Club because it's completely done in maps. That every wall is covered with maps. So we have a thing for paper maps, and we have a thing for driving without a GPS. But here's the thing. At what point do we start saying, well, everybody's driving, so now we've got all these extra emission problems? But it still wouldn't be as bad as one stinking airliner, which is only going to take you from one shitty-ass airport where you get treated like crap, stand in line like crap, go through security
Well,
like
we
crap,
have
to go to another
emissions.
one.
We have, first of all, and okay, Elon. I mean, like, we are going to have electric vehicles that can't go. We need
The
to,
problem
and
is
we need to have more charging stations.
we need more
along the
charging
way.
stations, so you can't do that.
Well, no, you just build more charging stations and
Nobody-
really cool
Yeah, but states
gas
aren't
stations.
going to do that. Cool gas stations.
Well, no, like whatever we have.
We've gone really long. Are you guys enjoying us just like hanging around talking? Because we'll stay and do this if you want. I will have another cocktail, frankly.
Yeah. Well,
Which is we've been holed up for a while, you know? I mean, we work our butts off, but we haven't been anywhere.
I've been
Not
out and
really.
out. I've had to be out and about in
Well,
Atlanta.
for your work.
And there are so many people that don't wear masks. And it's concerning to me that I'm sitting there with people that I know and like and respect and care, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like,
Okay, if people don't want to wear masks, they shouldn't have to wear masks. Do you think people should have to wear masks?
well, it is actually becoming mandatory.
Okay, but if it isn't mandatory, I don't think they should have to. If they don't want to, they don't have to. And the rest of us will and stay home and live. And that's okay.
No, but it's the people, it only works, truly only works if the majority of people are wearing masks.
Yeah, but I don't like
But
people in
that's the
general.
quickest
so I
way
don't.
to also open the economy, by the way.
The economy's not going to open because the only way to open the economy is that everybody trusts the system, that we have decent testing, that we have officials that don't lie like fucking dogs to us, and we have good data, but we don't, and we're not going to. We're not going to. We're never going to have that. So forget about that. But we have money, and if we're going to spend money, we just have to figure out how we want to spend money. I like the roadside inn idea because you can have a room that's lickety split clean, access to like your own private pool. Hotels are where it's at. Like boutique hotels.
I don't disagree. And motor lodges, because
Motor
people are
lodges.
motor, I mean, so
I
RV
love the motor
stuff
lodges.
and-
So like we could go and like buy all the old Howard Johnsons.
Or, yeah, something like that, if they're still even in existence, or build new ones. Anyway, I think that's a good idea. What do you guys think?
Sorry, we kind of went.
What do you guys think?
I have an excuse. I
Tesla.
had ouzo poured down my face. Sometimes I forget how much I love
Airbnb for sure. In fact, we're
Airbnbs.
doing
Oh,
that too.
so here's a question for you guys. So we have this shack on a lake in Alabama, and we found this like old beat up house last year, and we bought it for very little money, and Elizabeth redid it using her massive designer skills. So we could do next week's show
From the lake.
from our lake
But
shack.
you're concerned
if
about
you want.
our internet.
Well, the
'Cause
internet's
it's
spotty.
Good, but it's also a little, yeah.
It might go away. I don't know.
But we
might
could
get
do
away with
drinks
it.
on the dock.
We could do drinks on the dock, and
Or both.
the favorite drink on that lake, I think, is Michelob Ultra. So we
Those are
could
the
have,
bottles I find them bobbing around.
We can have Michelob Ultra, and maybe we'll find a snake.
We could do a Michelada.
And
Yes.
anyway,
and people ask,
if you guys,
the snake was indeed in the house.
the snake was in the house.
In the house. In the house.
It's Alabama.
In the basement, but in the house.
But in the house.
Yeah, it's a rat snake.
You want rat snakes because they kill
they're good.
copperheads. They're good. They're good snakes.
We think we saw him
We do. We think we saw him
just
in all his
post-setting.
post-molt splendor.
very-
Beautiful 5-foot rat snake. Anyway, if you guys would really like us to do our next show from our little lake cabin, which by the way is named Camp Ivanhoe. We named it Camp Ivanhoe after the Moonrise Kingdom. We're pretty big Wes Anderson fans, at least I am. You are too. So if you want us to do
least
that,
you are?
well, I'm sorry, you are too.
At least
I don't know
you
where
are.
that even
If
came
we
from.
met?
Well, I wasn't gonna speak for you. I didn't want to speak for you. Are you a massive Wes Anderson fan?
I'm not even gonna dignify that question with an answer.
What's your favorite movie? Favorite Wes
We talked
Anderson
about
movie?
this. It depends. I don't do lists.
I'm a guy. I'm a waffle. You're spaghetti. But this is how I roll.
I'm really looking forward to French Dispatch. I love Life Aquatic. Adore Life Aquatic. I also love Fantastic Mr. Fox, which doesn't come up. We were not that big a fan initially of Moonrise, but we become
Yeah.
probably because of our little place.
Well, it's like I wasn't a super big fan of Budapest, of Grand Budapest, but I've become one.
Yeah. No, they're all.
Take your hand off my lobby boy!
Yeah, you say it all the time in your sleep. He wakes up screaming that. It's a little disconcerting.
But do I put a comma after lobby before boy? Take your hand off my lobby, boy! Or do I say, take your hand off my lobby boy?
He said, this is a lovey boy.
Fuck!
I think it's lovey boy.
I think you have never been. You're like a doll, one of those dolls that when you lay down, your eyes close and they don't open again
But I
until
wake
the
up
morning
when
when
you're
I
screaming,
shake
"Lovey
you.
boy."
Right? I've never done that.
That wakes me up.
My favorite is still Rushmore.
I know it is. I like it too. Those
I
are my
just
favorite.
can't get past. I just love Rushmore
Pretty
so
much all
much.
of them. And I love Darjeeling, but you don't love it as much.
You know
I
what?
don't know why.
Darjeeling grows on you.
Yeah, it does.
I had this schedule laminated. Now I'm going to need my belt back. That was
Yeah.
expensive.
That's right.
All right, we're
I
going
love
to
you
go.
too, but I'm gonna
miss you in the face.
Go to the lake.
She says, did you get mace too? No, I'm crying. Yeah, that's pretty good. And Angelica Houston doesn't want to have anything to do with them. So
No.
if my mother was in, never mind. So we're going to go. We've enjoyed this time probably more than we should. Holy crap. It's 10 after 8.
Why does that stress you out so much? Like, is anyone tapping their toes and saying, can you get bye-bye? Anyone? Does anyone care that we are 1:10 into it? Oh, we're going for the X. Bye. See you next week.